Well, we are live. Well, not really live, but you know what I mean. Let me get comfortable here for a second. It's been a long time, you guys. I don't even know where to start. I feel like the last time I released a video, which I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but I feel like I didn't even have any kids, and now I have two. They're not twins. Today, I just want to talk and just chit chat about what I've been going through for me during this postpartum season, as a mom, as a wife, as a believer. And I know it's not going to be perfect, but if you're a mom or if you're walking through a heavy season, I'm just hoping that this encourages you as I'm starting to slowly unravel all of this and encourage myself. And I'm just thankful that I get this opportunity to kind of just yap. And yeah. I guess starting from the jump, it's like with postpartum, with my first daughter, it looked so different. My dad had just passed away like a couple of days before she was born, and I was caught in this whirlwind of grief, and in a way that grief distracted me from some of the postpartum struggles that I was dealing with, and I just didn't have time to notice how I was really feeling because I was so focused on the loss of my father. Because I mean, that's a huge loss. This time though, there's no distraction. It's just me, the weight of postpartum, 2 under 2. And honestly, it's heavy. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. There's no real rest. Of course, there's rest. But the nights literally bleed into the mornings. And sometimes I wake up and I'm exhausted. But, moms, I just want to say this. If you feel like you're drowning in the day-to-day, it does not mean that you're failing. It just means that you're human. And Christ is still strong in our weakness. Let's see. Corinthians. I think this is Corinthians. Hold on. Yep. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, but my power is perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will most gladly boast all the more about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may reside in me." So when I don't feel like I have anything left, like, I just hold on to that verse. Like, my grace is sufficient for you. Allow yourself grace because He has given you grace. One of the hardest parts about this time postpartum is postpartum anxiety and depression. Definitely heavy on the depression and intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are awful, and it's more than just imagining worst case scenarios. Don't get me wrong, I do that. You know, what if I drop her? What if something happens that I can't control? But other times, it's the thoughts that like hit deep. That maybe I'm not a good mom, or that my family is better off without me, or I should just leave. I want to be really clear here. Those are lies from the enemy. That's not the truth. John 10:10 says, "A thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come so that they may have life and have it in abundance." The enemy wants to steal your joy. He wants to kill your hope and destroy your peace. But Jesus came to give us life, full life, even in postpartum. So if you've had those thoughts too, like, I want you to hear this. You are not crazy. You're not broken beyond repair, and you are not alone. The Lord sees you, and He is with you in those moments. It's 3 a.m. and you are just wanting to cry out. Like, He's never going to leave you. Psalms 34, I think it's 34:18. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." It's so peaceful to be able to have scripture to lean on to in these tough times. Marriage and postpartum, it's a refining fire, isn't it? With my first, I struggled so much because I didn't even know what I needed. And then when I did know, I didn't voice it. I just expected my husband to figure it out. And when he didn't, I was upset. I mean, pretty sure even postpartum or not, a lot of women can relate to that. This time, I have been more intentional about speaking up and about saying, hey, I need a break, or hey, I need you to step in here. And that has helped so much. Ladies, your husband cannot read your mind. And I have to take my own advice still sometimes because I still think this. But he can love you better when you just let him in. Letting him in means to tell him what you need. If you feel like you're failing in your marriage right now, I just want to remind you that love is a choice, it is not a feeling. Again, love is a choice, not a feeling. 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient, love is kind. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Even when we don't feel like loving, we can choose to lean on Christ, who teaches us what real love looks like. Now, let's get into the whole 2 under 2 situation. I definitely want to brag though. The sweetest part about this season is watching my girls together. Adesanya, who is my youngest, she looks at Alora like she hung the moon. The way she looks at her is just absolutely beautiful. But Alora is the best big sister. I know that they're going to grow up and be the best of friends, and I cannot wait. And I'm so thankful that the Lord has blessed me to have a front row into their relationship. Now, I know it's not always going to be perfect. I know they're going to fight. I know they're probably going to hate each other at one point. Not actual hate, but I just know that they're going to be best friends. And that bond makes the chaos of 2 under 2 so worth it. Being able to see them grow up together is gonna be so amazing. I'm already seeing Ade like try and crawl, and I'm like, girl, you're only 3 months old. But it's because she sees her sister, and I'm like, that is so beautiful. But that's besides the point. 2 under 2 is exhausting. Don't get me wrong, but it's also beautiful. And if there's any other moms that, you feel like your days are a blur, like it's always diapers, dishes, tears, meltdowns by you and the kids. But just know that you are planting seeds of love and security in your kids that will bloom for years to come. And you're breaking I can't speak for you, but I'm breaking generational curses. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not get tired of doing good, for we will reap at the proper time if we don't give up." When days are hard, you just have to remind yourself, don't become weary in doing good. Because when we don't give up, we are going to reap that harvest. Plain and simple. Through all of this, one thing that has grounded me is worship. Leading worship at church has been a reminder for me that even when I feel weak, that God is still using me. And sometimes I'll be up there singing with literal tears in my eyes. And I'm thinking, Lord, I don't have much to give. But he whispers back to me, that's enough. I'll take your little. Give me your little and I will make it more. That is so beautiful. So maybe for you, worship looks like singing in the car while your babies are napped in the back seat. Because I know, listen, if they're napping in that back, I'm not waking them up to bring them wherever, back inside or whatever. I'm leaving them there to nap. And in that time, whether you're reading scripture or whether you're singing worship, maybe that's what you got to do. Or maybe it looks like praying through some tears while you're folding the laundry. We all know we have to do it anyways. Might as well pray while we're doing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, invite Christ into it, because he's not asking for perfection from us. He just wants our heart. And sometimes letting him in means letting him in the mundane tasks. Letting him in means sacrificing. I mean, yeah, the kids are asleep and you could probably go to sleep early yourself, but maybe that also means that you get to get in the word a little bit at night. But whatever it is, he's not asking for perfection. He just wants your heart. So when I say fake it till you make it, I don't mean pretending everything is fine. We all know that that does not work 90% of the time. I mean showing up, feeding your children when you'd rather collapse. I mean, I've had plenty of nights recently where I wake up completely exhausted and this child is screaming because they're hungry. I'm gonna still do what I need to do. But whispering prayers when your heart feels numb and choosing to believe that God is still good even when the feelings have not caught up yet. And moms, you are not alone. You're not forgotten. You're seen by the one who knit you together and who called you to be your child's mother. Isaiah 40:11 says, "He protects his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms and he carries them in the fold of his garment. He gently leads those that are nursing." This verse specifically is telling me that God has a special tenderness for moms in postpartum season, for you and for me. Keep going, keep showing up, even if it feels like faking it till you make it, because Christ is literally carrying you. And I just want to thank you guys for listening. If you've listened this far, this has definitely been encouraging for me to just keep reminding myself of these things. And I truly, truly hope, and I will be praying for this to really resonate with someone. And if it didn't resonate with any of you, it definitely resonated with me, and I'm okay with that. But I just want to thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.